Cryptocurrency is unquestionably causing a significant stir. You've undoubtedly heard about it, or frequently on the news and in conversations. While others get busy working on becoming a part of this change and seizing the enormous chances, some have been doing nothing more than reading the news and talking about it. Here's a video on the 15 reasons why you should invest in crypto. Number 1. It'll be the main currency in the future. 2008 financial crisis taught us that conventional banking systems have their flaws, and in 2020 this was proven. More people are becoming aware of the need for suitable substitutes. And crypto could provide that kind of substitute in the future, where they provide a safe, decentralized banking that excludes banks and governments from the process. And what's stranger is that banks are aware of it. Just look at what the Deutsche Bank of Germany has to say in their Envisage 2030 study. They discuss the vulnerability of the current monetary system and that traditional money would already be on its way out by 2030 when more than 200 million people will be using digital currency. And it's not just what simply Jack Dorsey of Twitter's Deutsche Bank account claimed. He thinks Bitcoin will be eventually the replacement for all other currencies as a standard. According to Elon Musk, cryptocurrency is a much better means to transmit value than a piece of paper. According to China's official television, blockchain is the name of the technology that enables crypto to be 10 times more valuable than the internet. Number 2. It's the most significant technological advancement since the internet. You need to familiarize yourself with it. Therefore, if you're still behind with it, now is the time to catch up. You need to familiarize yourself with the blockchain and cryptocurrency revolution. You need to be generally interested in this. What are you waiting for? It's time to go over the internet and research. Number 3. You'll position yourself better for opportunities in this space. Cryptocurrency account does allow you to send and receive payments. Although you can use it to save money, investing in cryptocurrencies offers excellent prospects. If you invested $100 in Bitcoin 5 years ago, it would be 25 times its value, or $2,500. If you go a little earlier than that, it would be well worth in the millions. Other cryptos like Ethereum, Litecoin, Dash, Ripple, and List also have great potential to develop and offer excellent returns to astute investors. Still, you need to educate yourself and have some investing expertise to know which ones to invest in. There's a lot of learning in this space. You can be sure that enormous chances are waiting. Number 4. It might be a solid alternative for saving your money. We've already covered the long-term upward trend of cryptocurrencies. It's an excellent choice for securing your financial future. In terms of conventional currency, if you took 100, the amount you could buy with would have paid in cash and you buried and left it for a decade. Due to inflation, the value may be significantly lower than when it was buried, and keeping it in a bank account won't be much better. Cryptocurrency might be a better choice if you're looking to invest long-term. Number 5. It's a good hedge from inflation. Traditional currency has the issue of consistently losing value, which is not a mistake. Governments and central banks intentionally do it, especially during times of financial crisis like the one we're experiencing right now. When there's lack of money, governments attempt to circumvent it by printing more, and now we're experiencing the effects of that now. People place their trust more in growing long-term assets such as gold, and Bitcoin could be the next hedge to inflation. Number 6. It's easier to get into crypto than you thought. Cryptocurrency entry is far more straightforward than you might have anticipated. You don't really need a PhD in programming or finance. We'll say that right now. The best option is a smartphone with an internet connection. In actuality, investing in crypto is much simpler than most conventional ones because of their excellent liquidity, which makes buying and selling them simple and quick because of these exchanges. And unlike cryptocurrency where you can simply deposit $100, you can. Even better, there are no institutions. It's pseudonymous. You must open an account, receive a wallet, and keep track of your assets. Even though you're not required to provide any documents or even your identity on some exchanges, we know that many people here are still unsure how to use this space effectively. But don't worry, that's what the internet is for. If you do your own research and make the right choices, you could invest in cryptocurrency in less than a month. Number 7. Your money is uncontrolled. Who's in charge of cryptocurrency if banks and governments manage fiat currency? The beauty of cryptocurrency is that everyone and no one controls it. Let's examine. Thousands of nodes, or the computers of tens of thousands of users who willingly run Bitcoin software on their computers, are where the code for a cryptocurrency like Bitcoin is kept. There's no governing body or brain in charge of it. It is in everyone's best interest to keep the network active, healthy, and running so that all users effectively retain control. Compared to banks, this method has a variety of benefits, like how banks are only open during regular business hours in the nation they are located. Bitcoin transactions take between 15 to an hour on the blockchain, whereas bank transfer may take up to 48 hours to clear. Number 8. The most acceptable security available is cryptocurrency. Is it safe if there isn't a large, powerful organization watching it? Yes, without a doubt, is the answer. Due to how the information is stored, it has the most satisfactory security available. Once a transaction occurs, digital currency is transferred to a new user that is permanently recorded and cannot be removed. Remember that we claim the data is stored by tens of thousands of users even after it has changed hands, as opposed to a bank which uses a single central database. If one person makes a mistake or if someone tries to alter the data, tens of thousands more will cross-reference one another and fix it. You can be sure that blockchain technology is secure and will continue to be secure as technology advances. Number 9. It offers the lowest fees by far. There will be costs associated with any investment you make. These might be purchasing, selling, or even storing the investment. This also applies to crypto, but with the distinction that in crypto, users set fees. Therefore, it is in their best interest to keep them low, much less than what stockbrokers will charge you for investment in stocks or bonds. Transferring money follows the same rules. Make a transfer through a bank, particularly for international ones, and you'll be charged a steep cost. And number 10, blockchain is here to stay. It's important to understand what Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies are built on blockchain, much like how Google and Facebook are built on top of the internet. While that makes crypto feasible, blockchain is more than just crypto. We believe that cryptocurrency is sufficient evidence that blockchain will gain significance. But just in case you want more, let's take a quick look at all the users of blockchain. It's being used by big companies to store data. It's used by Pfizer, Walmart, Siemens, and Unilever to store data that is too complicated for spreadsheets to handle. It's used by healthcare providers to securely store patient medical records and has the potential to expand into forms of property ownership as well as in elections to track votes and eliminate the need for recounts, which would have been helpful in 2020. Number 11. High returns if done correctly. We've already mentioned how much Bitcoin has increased and how the long-term trend continues toward growth. So as not to repeat ourselves, we will use this opportunity to inform you of a few additional cryptos. Even with the epidemic in full swing in 2020, many other coins have experienced significant increases. Ethereum, the second largest crypto in the world, began the year at 145. You can see that its price is now pretty much 10x'd. You're still early in the crypto space if you invest now. If you haven't already, now is the time to do so. Number 12. It's limited in supply and cannot suffer from inflation. Recall how we discussed how traditional currencies lose value due to inflation. Crypto does not, and there's an excellent reason why. There's a limit on the production. It's specified in the source code that there will only be ever 21 million Bitcoin produced. A quick explanation is that 18.5 million Bitcoins have been mined. Mining is the process by which powerful computers solve challenging arithmetic puzzles to release Bitcoins locked inside the code. There is no cap on this, even if mining still creates Bitcoins. Unlike when banks decide to print large amounts of traditional money, fewer new coins are being released regularly 4 times a year with Bitcoin, meaning that because of the restricted quantity, Bitcoin won't experience inflation. Number 13. The price is dictated by the market. No government can alter the price because it's set by the market. Using conventional currency, governments have set a variety of ways to change its worth. New money creation was already suggested. Additionally, they establish interest rates. The new cost of borrowing money from the government has an impact on others. Governmental control over the economy is absent with cryptocurrency. Instead, the free market governs everything, or how much people are ready to pay or purchase or sell anything. Additionally, governments cannot freeze cryptocurrency accounts or access data on who owns much in each performance because in contrast to a traditional bank, cryptographic arrangements are anonymous. This indicates that the holder is hiding their real name or their identity. Number 14. It's at an early stage and already disrupting markets. Since Bitcoin was invented in 2009, cryptocurrency is now more than 10 years old, and it has been a market disruptor ever since. However, this is when it's truly taking off, and the growth we'll experience over 10 years will be even more spectacular than what we've seen thus far. You may compare the current situation to the internet in the 1990s. In reality, if you look at how many people over the past 10 years have adopted cryptocurrency, it resembles the widespread use of the internet back in the 1990s quite a bit. In other words, it will continue to rise dramatically. Like the internet has altered everything over the past 20 years, in the ensuing decades, blockchain is likely to accomplish the same thing. And finally, number 15, big businesses are taking it seriously. Look at the list of businesses that already accept Bitcoin payments to see how huge the company is adopting it. Microsoft, AT&T, McDonald's, KFC, Subway, Virgin Galactic, Cheap Air, Gift, 4chan, Norwegian Air, and Twitch take all the Bitcoin donations, as do Wikipedia, the Dallas Mavericks, the Miami Dolphins, and Benfica, a Portuguese soccer team. All of these are evidence that large businesses take cryptocurrency seriously, and honestly, you should too. We got a bonus for you as well. You get to participate in history. This is how transactions will be conducted in the future. People will one day recall past purchases made in dollars, euros, or pounds, the same way we do with pesos, won, yen, and rupees. Talk of people exchanging salt, wool, or shells in sacks. And you're alive at the ideal historical moment to participate in this revolution from the start. You can either participate in it or choose to ignore it and miss out. And now's your chance for you to decide whether to tell your grandchildren someday, and we hope we inspired you. And that is it for today, folks. We hope you learned a lot. Please like, share, and subscribe to get more videos like this. Goodbye for now.